Hey, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Welcome to my live stream. It's huge news today. IBM has pre-announced negative earnings. It's been a long time since we've seen a negative pre-announce from a big corporate. Really long time. It's not a good sign. It is, I think, a really dangerous thing. A lot of people are saying, well, IBM's excuse is people are spending on AI and that, they're just a boomer tech company that's sort of, out of shape. But the reality is that's a pretty big cope to me because I think IBM is a bellwether for the entire economy. And business conditions are about as good as they've ever been. So I think that IBM doing so poorly is really shocking, and we'll have to see how it goes from here. CPI comes in pretty good, so that'll weigh interestingly. But I think IBM massively outweighs that. And that if there's a risk on rally, I'd be shocked, but never say never. Let's see what else is going on. So in response, Adobe and all these other stocks are getting creamed. So there's IBM down 22%, CleanSpark up 14%, 18%, Intel up 5%, Hynix up 9%. I think Hynix rebounded last night. Yeah. Still a pretty big disparity between the two trades, the two listings. Oracle down 2%. It's definitely not good for IBM's pre-announcement. It's terrible for Oracle. Maybe Oracle has been reflecting that all along. Micron up 5%, but I think that's going to be coming down. Just my 2 cents. SpaceX up 1%. Also would be staying away. Ericsson down 5%. ServiceNow down 8%. Palantir down 5%. Palantir seemed to be an IBM comparable. Microsoft down 3%. This is not good news for anyone. Marvell up 6%. So, the memory bros and so forth feel still like this world is bifurcated, but, I really would not assume the world is bifurcated. We have one global economy. I understand that AI is the winner in a lot of cases. And IBM's poorly positioned, but nobody should be missing earnings that much. Rocket Lab up a little bit. Let's look at gainers. Tower Semi up 20%. Good job, Tower. Really glad to hear that. Huge beat there. I think on sort of a similar thing. They gave an outlook. Where'd they give an outlook? See here. Yeah, they must have given an outlook somewhere, but they've given a pretty big outlook. Let's see. Again, Hynix up, AOI, SanDisk, Teradyne, KLA, MKS, all the semis, ACMR, AMAT, Lam, Empower, etc. But losers, IBM's down 23%. Workday down 10%. HCA also pre-announced, by the way, down 9%. Atlassian, ServiceNow, Figma, Monday, Cognizant, Accenture, of course, HubSpot, Tenet going down with HCA. It's going to be interesting. I think this is bad, but we'll have to see how this plays out. But I'm pretty concerned, to be frank. But we'll have to see. Like I said, I think I would not want to be long memory and semis right now, just because, again, IBM. When you're dealing with cyclical companies, any sign of change in the economy is something you're supposed to be looking out like a hawk for. Like a hawk. You have to be looking and looking and looking for, how and why is the economy doing? And a huge company just told you things are terrible. For them, at least, and again, single company stories are one thing, but earnings season just started. We're going to see how the rest of it goes. But yeah, it's very concerning in my opinion. Lumentum's up 5%. Some of these are a little surprising. Yeah, that's why you got to sign up for Godel, godelterminal.com. Again, CPI came in good, and that certainly is something for anyone trying to game that. I guess equity risk premia. It's certainly not, irrelevant, but yeah, no, we do need that, Vinny. It's a lot of programming, making really good software is hard, but yeah, no, I think that's critical. Yeah, I do think Micron's a good short here, just at least for a day. Yeah, bank earnings are typically not too interesting, obviously, but we'll watch those a little bit too. Should we look at some biopharma stocks? Is that what you want? Is that what you're all here for? Some drugs? Fine. Let's do some drugs. Let's go to Bristol Myers, an old favorite. I haven't looked at Bristol in a minute, so we have to do some updating. Bristol's sort of been like watching paint dry for a really long time. Okay, let's see. I really like press release view. Mezigdomide. It's like thalidomide, but better. Okay, so what readouts do we have coming up in biotech land? We've got Cure. We've got what's that heart failure one? 10x or 10x. What else do we have? Any advice for young entrepreneurs? Don't do it. Run away. Don't look back. Um, what other big binaries are coming? Cellas. What else? What else? Farnvarus. Okay. Anything else? Oh, Replimune. Outlook. AVBP. Amylyx? What's Amylyx doing? iPoint, and of course Capper. The Capper. Fucking Capricorn, man. Zora. All right. Let's see. So they got a PDUFA here for another IMID. Mezigdomide. I'm not here to give you advice, okay? Beat it. Are quants going to be relevant? I think quants are always relevant. I don't think we're in a new biotech bubble. That would be strategic agreement with Anthropic. What does that mean? We're going to pay Anthropic? That's not an agreement. That's called a custody. Isolantamab. Okay. Isolantamab. Berengatecan. EGFR HER3 armed antibody. I turn it on and off, Mr. S. I can turn it on today. I've just been busy with other trades. In other words, getting my ass kicked. I can't believe that stock ran so much. But it'll come back down today, I think. But wow, what a crazy rally. Give me an ulcer. Give me a fucking ulcer. Kodiak, ASET, CG Oncology, CRBP, MPLT, and DFTX. Yeah, I haven't spent all the time on 10X, but I'm leaning bearish, I think, but I don't know yet. I really just I shouldn't talk. I don't know yet. Okay. What's up, Bay Street? Okay. Chris Berner. Bristol hasn't had a good CEO in a minute. Oh, man. I mean, you got to digest that Celgene acquisition. It's been a... All right, Orencia. Orencia's... I hate Orencia. I hate Orencia. I hate all CTLA-4. Eliquis. It's fun. Whoa, that's a big Eliquis number. 16 billion revs now for Eliquis. Insane. Opdivo, starting to fall there. It's the end of the line for Opdivo. Going generic soon. Revlimid, more or less gone at this point. Pomalyst, same thing. Yervoy, again, hate these CTLA4s, dude. Reblozyl. Always liked Acceleron. You guys remember Acceleron? What a great company. Sprycel. To be so spry. Okay, Abduolag. I'm surprised Abduolag doesn't do better. Abraxane. I remember Patrick Soon-Chung coming out with Abraxane. That was crazy. You guys should have been there. It was nuts. Maybe some of you are old enough to remember. Brazani 411. Nobody was more shorted than Patrick Soon-Chung, dude. Nobody. He hit 150% of his float short. I'm not joking. Wow, Zeposia looks like dog shit. Camzios is the only good thing they ever done in the last 5 years. Abekma, not even going to fucking put the number out anymore. So Tiktu, what a big disappointment. So Tiktu, the worst ever. Elude is Elude, E-L-U-D-E, Elude. Krizati, another terrible acquisition. Opdivo Qvantig, doing all right. You know, it's a blockbuster. But yeah, a really shitty launch portfolio for Bristol, and kind of shows you just how crowded some of these spaces are, including autoimmune. I mean, so Tiktu is supposed to be huge. It's not going to crack 300 in revs. That's insane. Think about it. And where's Cobenfy? Are they done? Is it over? Oh my God, are they not disclosing Cobenfy? No way. No way. Do my eyes deceive me? Okay, there's Cobenfy. Whew. 56. So Cobenfy is definitely one of the craziest stories in medicine. History of medicine, dude. New antipsychotic? Maybe not. Well, maybe not. Pfizer is definitely not better than Bristol Myers. Pfizer's a shit show as well. What's up with these margins? Terrible. Actually, I don't know what full revenue is, so hold on. A negative other revenue? Okay. You do you. Maybe there's a product they're excluding from last year. I don't know. Yeah, I'm doing something. No, that's right. Okay. Yeah, 1% revenue growth with all those acquisitions. Unbelievable. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are your Excel skills? I don't think that's what matters. You know, I think it's mostly about, you know, how are you thinking about it? It's just a tool. You know, what you can do with it is the question. You know, knowing every little Excel function is not going to help you. I mean, you know, you have to work your brain. So, of course, they're not in the GLP race. It's just been a dog. Yeah, what a dog. Let's look at, I never do this, but I'm going to go to the pipeline. section of the company's website. Let's see what they got to offer here. Milvexian, I think Milvexian's dead, right? More IMIDs. Yeah, this is just terrible. RA? Okay. What's this guy? Pad 4. Never heard of it. Cool. They're doing some cellular therapy for immunology. Neuroscience, always my favorite. Oh, it's CD19 for MS. Okay. How about this guy? No known mechanism. Exciting. Oh, M4. Muscarinics, it's over. TRPC45. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, this is a terrible portfolio. Who knows on oncology? Some of these early things could work out well. All you need is one. But yeah, so you have all the Eliquis revenue going away. So let's assume that goes to 0. You've got Opdivo going to 0. Orencia is not that, it's pretty old as well. This is a disaster of a portfolio. I mean, the Celgene deal was supposed to get them to a better situation, but yeah, I don't know. They're not going to be able to replace the Eliquis franchise. You guys there? Getting a certain amount of AUM. I think it's all, mostly performance related. I think it's Sharp related. Investors are not really interested in just your percentage return. They're interested in how you make the money. If you're flailing, going crazy, doing wild trades, then, they may not really care how much you're up. They don't care if you could be up double your money and they still might say, you know what, this isn't for me. Other people might say, you know what, I love that. So you just have to find and make an investment product that your customers are going to like. Is Bristol a short? Bristol might be a short. I haven't looked at Boston Sci. Not yet, Yesty. We are the next Robin Hood. I don't know what you're talking about, next Robin Hood. That's me. That's me. That's Godell. Near-term catalysts for... I don't think so. What is this port number? 7392, 7393. Oh, I might have to.
That drug pharmacy dude, Martin, what's his name?
Martin Shkreli.
Shkreli.
What's up? Bristol Myers squid. The squid. Yeah, Bristol could be a short. It's obviously a huge company, but man, the portfolio is not looking good. Everything they bought that was supposed to get them out of their hole, it's not working. Some of these drugs were supposed to do billions in revenue to replace their aging franchises. That ain't happening. BMY. Okay, what's next? Number 39, the random number generator tells me to look at whatever it says. Let me see. I guess that would be Insmed. You can't pay to come on my stream, retard. You want to pitch me a stock? Pitch me a stock. Yeah, Darwin is the fund that has all of its money in Insmed, right?
Martin, what's his name?
Martin Shkreli.
First of all, Canadian money is not real money. What is that worth? Like 3 cents? It's not a real country, bruh. What the fuck? Canada. Canada. I need it after my terrible performance yesterday. I'm disgusted. Isn't that what does that dude say? I'm disgusted. I'm waiving my performance fees. Stanfield Capital. I'm friendly with the Lambda founder. He's an investor in Godel. Great company. Okay, so Insmed. Never really followed this thing to my detriment. It's obviously been a monster stock. Still short ADI. Yes, sir.
That drug pharmacy dude, Martin, what's his name?
Martin Shkreli.
I mean, is this guy retarded? Just type the fucking stock in the thing. And if I am interested, I'll talk about it. If I'm not, I don't give a shit. What a moron. You're acting like your stock pitch is some fucking special thing that everybody should care about, man. Nobody gives a fuck. Yeah, everybody got a stock pitch. I got about 600 of them. Yeah, their bronchiectasis drug getting launched. Is that the conceit? Ypsomed. I haven't looked at Ypso in a while. That's a blast from the past. Auto-injector company. Yeah, Brandon, I'll show you a little bit of how I use Godel as I use it. I use this CF is company filings, so I'm using that to look at the SEC filing. For me, that's obviously pretty important. And then Press releases, super important. And so that for that, you probably want to adjust your news settings. So the filter commands let you do that. So I like, because I know what I'm looking for in press releases. If I'm trading a stock, I want all the news. But if I'm like analyzing, it's more of a, like I want to see just the press releases, really. The company statements, you know. Oh, Flood Capital? Who's Flood Capital? Who the hell is Flood Capital? SYN. Is this that? Oh, this is a crypto?
Drug pharmacy dude, Martin, what's his name?
Barstool.
Unless this is Liam Flood. Is it Liam? You're not thinking USD? That guy's a Hyperliquid maxi. He's a good friend. That's the man. Aircase and Bryn Supri. Aircase they've had forever. I didn't know how that drug did so well. Microsoft is not a generational buying opportunity. It's been, yeah, definitely. Sagarbar, we're definitely interested in doing that. Okay, here's Aircase. Wow, Burton Supri. Holy shit. That's a big number. 207 mil during launch? Damn. God damn. How? Who knew bronchiotaxis? Damn. It's a big boy. So I do Insmed, I hit enter, type N. I'm going to go pull up the last press release. Fourth quarter. I can press shift to move the window around. I can press alt to resize the window, which is kind of neat. I'm a big liposome guy, so I always liked Aircase, but whoa, Burton Supri. Unbelievable. Burton Supri. Yeah, dude, crypto's just not for everybody. Sin has been around forever. Save your fund. A lot of people don't want to be around crypto, dude. TradFi is still not a small thing. Yeah, I like Iraska. Yeah, Vlad, we have a student program of some kind. Yeah, we talked all about IBM earlier. Don't worry. We're on it. Yeah, unbelievable numbers here. This could this be a $2 or $3 billion drug? We don't have Fred yet, yes, Steve, but we're working on it. Well, it's pricing in a $2 billion drug, probably, right? And this is a small molecule. DPP-1? Oh, man. I remember when this thing came out. I was like, everyone was wondering what the big deal was. Damn, man. They did it. They did it. God bless them. Yeah, you seem like a crackhead, Duncan. Sorry. Some gay crypto. Some fake token. See, blockchain. The thing about blockchain, this is a ledger. And the fake money's on the ledger. So you can trade the fake money. Is it an economically productive activity? Well, that's not. We're degens, okay? We like to gamble. The gamba. Oh, you make a gamba. Oh, gamba, monkey. Oh, make a good gamble. He's a good gamba. All the DATs done really great. DATs are fantastic. We are about to roll out an API, developer.godelterminal.com. It's not out yet. Gold is definitely not productive. Now, look, I mean, crypto's fine. It's just, it's not for everybody. And Hyperliquid's very cool. But again, not for everybody, and it's not for all use cases. And could some crypto project worked out really well? I'm sure it could. The fuck? $93.4? I don't understand, bro. Okay, 26. Okay, I think I get that. All right, so will this drug be... How big will this drug get is basically the question. Yeah, EVM, man. I'm throwing in the towel, man. That was a bad call. Dog shit call. Morning. Just one thing real quick. I was pulling down this thing, and I didn't know. I don't know my own strength. So whenever. Thanks, man. It just. This is a training, yeah. Yeah, I almost took the whole window off the wall. I was pulling it. Bam. Bam. Yeah, man, chill work family. Literally, you have to train the IMDL database now? What's IMDL? Or LMDL? Hezbollah. You're going to be tired of winning. Non-CF bronchiectasis. Bronchiectasis. Let's see here.
Bronchiectasis is essentially the abnormal dilation of the airways. This is a common finding in cystic fibrosis patients, but there are many different causes of bronchiectasis that occurs in patients that do not have cystic fibrosis. The abnormal dilation of the airways in bronchiectasis leads to many different problems. Our airways normally have these small little hairs that beat rhythmically and move all of the mucus that's normally produced in the airway out of the airway. When the airway is damaged from a prior infection, from an aspiration event, from a prior injury of any type, it dilates, becomes bigger, and those hairs become damaged during that process. When those hairs become damaged, it can no longer move that mucus out of the airway normally. And so that allows that mucus to stay in there and leads to a host of problems, including infections, chronic cough that produces thick, nasty stuff. There are many different causes of bronchiectasis. There are causes that are genetic, meaning that there's a genetic disorder, kind of like CF, that can cause dilation of the airways. There are immunologic disorders, which means immune deficiencies that don't allow us to fight infection like we should, that causes recurrent infections of the lung and dilates the airways over time. There are some indolent infections that don't feel like you're sick, but sort of run their course over time and damage the airways. This is most commonly referred to as Lady Windermere's disease or non-tuberculous mycobacteria. There are also problems with the swallowing and aspiration of content that can lead to chronic damage of the airways and cause bronchiectasis. Bronchiectasis can be diagnosed either by a CT scan or chest x-ray, depending on the severity, or bronchoscopy, where we directly visualize the abnormal airways. Treatment for bronchiectasis involves, first and foremost, airway clearance therapy that's good and effective. So the best treatment for bronchiectasis is effective airway clearance therapy to augment or help replace the lost function of those small hairs in the airway. So what we're really trying to focus on is keeping the airway as clear as possible to reduce the risk of new pneumonias or new infections that are going to further damage the airway. Bronchiectasis can really lead to a decrease in quality of life because it can cause recurrent pneumonias and chronic persistent cough that can be really troublesome. It is really important to start treatment and diagnose bronchiectasis early on to prevent this rapid decline, because it is not possible to later on fix the already damaged part of the airway. So our biggest goal is to diagnose bronchiectasis early and start treatment and prevention as early as possible.
Yeah, I don't know what this crypto bro is yapping about. That SYN has been around forever, and I can trade options on whatever product I want right now. It's called OTC. Sad. Sad, sad. Sad. $500,000 NCFPs. Yeah, I know, lol. Lol's a fire. I wish it were that easy. So this thing's $88,000 a year. Damn. And there's 500,000 people with the disease. You do the math. So in case anybody doesn't know, my name is Martin Shkreli. I'm sometimes called the Pharma Bro. I'm a biotech pharma specialist. I also recently got into software about 10 years ago, where I started writing code, developing software. I'm CEO of a software company called Godel. We make financial software. So that's what I'm focused on, just in case you guys didn't know. So go ahead and subscribe to Godel, godelterminal.com. Check it out. And I'm going to be looking at some drug stocks today, some software stocks, can chit chat about all kinds of things. Don't really care about things other than that. Okay. Not looking for any new friends either. Okay. All right. Icer says Brinspury, it's been supery, massively overpriced. Huh. How long I've been vibe coding? Since you could vibe code. I've been coding since I was a kid. A bunch of the components in Godel are written by yours truly. All the bad ones. I'm not down today. I was down yesterday. Just a 20% reduction in annual rate? That's not much. We're looking at Insmed, INSM. You don't want to be mates. Hey. You what? You don't want to be mates? Well, come on, mate. No, I'm not trying to mate you. Fuck out of here. I don't know that there's too much to do with the insider trading thing on Susquehanna. Like, okay, people insider trade, so what? And market makers get run over when there's insider trading. Shocker. Market maker mad is a very interesting thing. I don't know how much they lost, like 100, 200 mil. I'm not saying market maker mad is funny, but it's kind of funny. I wish the best for all market makers, takers, partakers, etc. in the financial system. Nevertheless, it's kind of funny. I mean, I don't like it when it happens to me. But it is kind of the cost of doing business, don't you think? $22 billion cap for this? What does this bring super patent life over? The fuck? $2035. Yeah, that's not going to last forever. I put it exactly at 2035 too. Okay, so sales are probably going to be a lot higher. So let's see. Pump up the sales a little bit. Still don't get to the current stock price. Oh, was my SG&A like that? I see. I meant to do 3% SG&A growth instead of 30%. Okay, so the stock is assuming, you know, a massive revenue. So $5 billion in revenue. They better have a good pipeline. Yeah, that doesn't look too great. I mean, even though it's a mega drug, I mean, again, we just got to see how much bigger can it get. I mean, it could be, actually, hold on. Okay, so let's see. Exiting Q4 at 1.6, so Q2 could be like, or 2027. Yeah, it could still have upside. I don't know. Some of these. I mean, it could definitely become one of the biggest drugs ever. At this rate, the trajectory, the early out of the gate trajectory is fucking sick. I don't know how good management is. That's extremely important, though. If they're good, they keep recycling capital. I mean, they found this opportunity. They got to be decent. So you keep betting on the same team to find more and more good stuff. I mean, this is a hell of a find. Why not rock with those guys? You know what I mean? But again, look at the stock. I mean, it's $25 billion. It's assuming it's in the price. I mean, shit. How much higher can it go? And it came back from 225. What the fuck were they smoking when it was 225? Holy shit. The hell were they smoking? The patent's gonna expire, you know. Now, what does it look like? Expiry wise, it's just a bill. Not much upside. But yeah, they were definitely smoking something. I mean, I don't know. Could it be a $10 billion drug? It all boils down to, do you trust management? Maybe you can get a little more upside, but it's not some obvious slam dunk to me. Insmed. All right, back to the market. 3 minutes to open here. Stock's rallying a bit on a little relief on CPI. See how that plays out.
that drug pharmacy dude, Martin. What's his
Yeah.
name?
Mark Scarelli.
Shkreli.
SanDisk, Micron up a ton. IBM, the big stinker. Hynix also up 10%. Memory guys are just in nirvana right now. Palantir down with IBM as a ServiceNow. IBM big ServiceNow partner, I think. Workday down 10%, same thing there. HCA down 9, HubSpot, Monday. All these guys down a ton. Tower, big numbers from Tower. We should look at Tower. This is an Israeli foundry company, Tower Jazz. Oracle now green. Markets really wants to shake off this IBM news, but we can only shake it off so much. Have I ever looked at Boston Scientific in my 26 years of following healthcare? Yes. Yes, I have. Rest in peace to Smokey. Smokey was a real one. My cat Trashy is also getting quite old. Love my Trashy cat. Man, look at Lumentum. Lumentum rocketing. Should we look at Lumentum? Lumentum going crazy. Bloom also making a small comeback there. Bloom was dirt for a while. Still kind of looks like dirt. Open the market. Open. Open it. Caro, it's up. And away we go. Let's go. NVIDIA up 2%, surprising. To some extent, Micron up 5%. SanDisk up 7%. Hynix up 11%. It's very surprising. I'm shorting a little Micron here just for
That drug
Just for
pharmacy
kicks.
dude, Martin. What's his
Yeah.
name?
Mark Scarelli.
Shkreli.
shorting Micron 988, coming down to 987. See how that goes. Okay, it did not get filled, but that's all right. What else is going on? Adobe down 4%. I'm thinking about buying that. Adobe and IBM are not the same. IBM down 24% now. Let's buy some Adobe. Okay, Micron did get filled. I lowered my offer too, so I got filled at a terrible price. We'll see how that goes. SpaceX, I also want to short this little bump.
That drug pharmacy dude, Martin. What's his name?
Martin Shkreli.
Shkreli.
SpaceX up 2%. I use Godel Brokerage, amongst other things. So, show you how that works in a second. This is what I'm designing. I think, is it on prod? It might be on prod now. So this is like, so if I wanted to trade Micron, I'd hit S or Shift S, type Micron, Shift P, 983.40. I'm going to short, let's see, I hit Alt Shift V for sell. I put in the order there, 983.40. I'm top of book. Not filled yet. Not filled yet.
Sell orders submitted for 500 MU limit at 983.40.
Okay, looks like I got filled. Market's getting away from me.
Sell orders submitted for 500 MU limit at 983.62.
Sell orders submitted for 500 MU limit at 983.57. 500 MU limit at 982.90.
Well,
Sell orders submitted for 500 MU limit at 986.15.10. Sell orders submitted for 500 MU limit at 979.97. Sell orders submitted for 500 MU limit at 978.93.
so that's the idea. And then if I want to go to the buy side, or let's say I want to put 1,000 shares, buy, enter, I'm in the order book, trying to increase my price, go to Shift
Buy
P.
orders submitted for 1000 MU limit at 978.98.
Buy order submitted for 1000 MU limit at 979.33.
And I can cancel all my
1000
orders
MU limit at 979.88.
by pressing Shift,
1000 MU limit at 980.78.
that kind of thing.
Buy orders submitted for 1000 MU limit at 981.03. 1000 MU limit at 981.28. 1000 MU limit at 981.63. 1000 MU limit at 981.18.
I got to adjust that a little bit, but I like the way it's going. It's a really smooth. The voice is actually a little annoying. I'm going to make a button to turn that off, or adjust it. Sounds a little better. But yeah, the point is you can very quickly change your. I really like the way that's looking. Not buying the IBM dip, no. Fuck is wrong with you? Okay, in real life, I'm going to cover the Micron I just shorted. Just made a quick 10 bucks per share. Or maybe a little less than that, but it was a quick hit. Quick lick. Microsoft dip? I don't know. I think the IBM news is bad, dude. Bad for corporate IT spending. That's not good. I'm bearish. I'm bearish. Order filled. Yeah, that's basically, I'm just trying to change the order filled back to, you know, trying to get my own order filled system back. Yeah, it's not easy to vibe code some of this stuff. That requires pretty deep experience and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't suggest vibe coding trading software. It's pretty pretty dangerous. Although who knows, maybe. Surprised Oracle's not down more? Yeah, it's been shellacked, man. Oracle's just been annihilated. Let's see this Lumentum rally. See if this has legs. SpaceX also moving. I don't have a Lumentum model. Yeah, you need to understand systems architecture, certainly DevOps. You probably don't want to be doing that for trading apps. NVIDIA just tanked. The fuck? Yeah, what? That's not good. Still trying to find out what's going on with NVIDIA. Just a weird flash crash in NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA coming right back up. Fat finger. Okay, Ruben may be slightly delayed, somebody's saying. Let's see. That was already well known, I think. Thermal heat lid issues. The lid, not the lid. Lid can be a very big deal, though. SpaceX coming in. Let's get back to Lumentum. That's so weird. This tape is just bizarre. Oh, I didn't know you could do left and right to go through press releases. Sweet. Nice one, Fat Cat. Or as I call him, FC. The F-sizzle. Look at that Lumentum revenue, insane. I don't think so, Dusty. I think it could be Rubin delays. Rubin delays would be a little bearish, but these things are always fucking delayed. Excuse my language. But a Rubin delay would solve some of the memory issues. The video would have more time to... We've decided not to pay the memory companies. After all, why should we pay them? That's my Jensen impression. I'm the king of tech. I'm not paying them. What are you, crazy? Ha 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 ha. Fungible data centers. You guys have to guess what executive I'm being right now. When it comes to the Azure cloud, the fungible data centers we have, and the fungible IT, and the fungible fleet of GPUs, it's so fungible that our clients prefer the fungibility. Our relationship with OpenAI is excellent. I only want to strangle Sam 2 days a week. If you look fundamentally at a GPU and you understand what it's doing, it's pretty obvious what we need to do. There are many problems that need to be solved, and we just don't have the silicon to do it. The silicon. We have to fundamentally rethink how we do silicon projects. Okay, you got it. No, you had to do the South African. No, that's not Peter Thiel. Yeah, that's Elon. Peter Thiel is sharper. He's like, and he doesn't have the South African. I'm not sure which one of you assholes bought all these stocks, but listen, I'm going to wait till their book value. Fuck all of you. You think old man? You think just because I'm an old man, I give a fuck? I'll wait 25 more years before I put in another buy order, you pieces of shit. It's not a game. Rich gang. I'll buy treasuries. I'll run the whole fucking government. When we're connecting the world, some things may break, and I think that when we move fast, breaking things is to be expected, and I think breaking things can actually be really good, as long as the revenue and the earnings keep going up. That's what I really I'm focused on connecting people. We connect them. Yeah, I can study. This is it's more work. It's work to learn all the imitations because you have to practice a little bit. Oh, come find me when you need a bailout, you fuck. I've been compounding 65 years. The fuck do you think? Think I'm running out of money? Buffett, can you get the brisket? What? The brisket. I like to cook smoked meats. What the fuck are you talking about? Smoked meats.
Hey everyone, we are live from my backyard where I am smoking these meats, meat like a brisket. I'm making meats now. Someone asked me, do I smoke? Hey everyone, we are live from my backyard where I am smoking a brisket and some ribs. I'm making meats now. Smoking these meats here. Our little meat smoking. It's smoking. So I'm the meat chef. Yeah, someone asked me, do I smoke meat? Smoking meat, smoking these meats. Smoking meats earlier in the day. Smoking these meats, just...
Yeah, Zach, it looks like you like meat a little too much, if you know what I mean. Oh, pole smoker. Warren, that's not cool, okay? I just really like to smoke meats. You little flamer. I know you like to smoke meats. Give me a cherry Coke. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Da. When it all comes crashing down. Schizo, what are you talking about? I'm trying to entertain you. Is that okay? Do you want me to stop entertaining? I'm literally going through financial results, trying to keep you somewhat entertained. This is a bit of a dry subject. You like accounting? You fuck with FASB? Yeah? What's your favorite ASC? I'm so sorry I'm not entertaining you properly. Please tell me the exact format with which you think I should conduct myself. This is why I hate streaming, because of people like you. Feel me? Criticize me. Criticizing the artist. Artist. This momentum revenue growth is wild. At least some of you think I'm funny. The other guy says schizophrenic. What the fuck? Who the fuck you think you're talking to, first of all? On my stream and you insult me? The hell did I do to you? You were here. You came here. Fucking hater. He's a motherfucking hater. I know the type. Hating like a bitch. Yeah, Lumentum's insane. The problem is, I think Cinderella story may run out. Da-da-da. Wow, just unprecedented growth. Unprecedented market cap, too. You want to pay 80 bill. Yeah, it's not crazy. It's not that crazy. Excuse me. Intuit looking like a snack, really? Whenever everybody said that's the code name. When you say looking like a snack, I know what that means. I learned that in jail, so I'm like, oh, it's looking like a snack? Really? I'm like, I know that means it's looking good. But it's looking like a snack that's like extra good. And guys taught me it's half a snack, and then a whole snack is like... You really want to scare somebody in prison, you look at them and you say, you're looking like a snack right now. Like, what? The fuck? Yeah, look like a snack. What the fuck did you say? Get away from me. Look like a cherry pop. All right, enough of that. All right, so sales growth for light just goes forever and ever. I mean, I don't know. It's co-packaged optics. We do 985, then they'll do. I may have said it to somebody jokingly. Okay, so I don't know. It seems like everyone hates all the smart friends I have hate Lumentum, but dude's getting pressed. Sending you up top. Yeah, I definitely want to get that comedian, and I don't know. Some guys don't like the ghetto thug comedy. Some guys do. I'd say most Wall Street guys do. But not everyone. I can't change who I am. That's my culture. Okay, so I know a little bit more about Lumentum than I did yesterday. That's a good start. Yeah, I just don't know the product set that well, that like, what are we going to see out of it? All right, NVIDIA has not recovered from its drop. Fell off a cliff. Just 2%, but almost instantaneous drop earlier today. Micron also doing that too. Let's see how low Micron can go. SanDisk falling off a cliff, Micron falling off a cliff. SpaceX still up, but I'd be surprised if it sustained its momentum, to be honest. How's our friend ADI doing? 396. ADI up. Yeah, I would trade that Seamless, but you got to email my main man, Danny. Danny got the details. I don't know on Cure. I really don't. Not sure what the heck is going on. Might have to buy more spruce. The spruce moose. Micron falling through the floor. Make sure you check out GodellTerminal.com. Best community ever for trading and investing. Amazing people. Hundreds of millions of dollars in the Godell community. Amazing entrepreneurs, investors, traders, developers. Several billionaires in there. Never know who you're talking to in there. I was short Moderna. I covered. That's probably worth staying short. That's you, Slum Duke. You're the billionaire. A lot of pikers too. That's for sure. Let's see if there's any research on ADI. Not sure how much case specific, stock specific ADI stuff there is. There's a lot of semi stuff. It's TD Cowen. Shout out to TD across the street over here. The Cash Up, like ketchup, cash. This is Joshua Buchalter. Bucklow's been such a pukey stock. Can't see this thing surviving. Excuse me. Yeah. Agent will go back to $3. Where it belongs. Dog shit. Product analysts, like product managers. Yeah, QTTB might keep running. It's just kind of like gonna be very slow updates for them for a long time. That trial won't read out for years. It's a little iffy. Yeah, I shorted Micron this morning on the IBM problems. I mean, IBM's big deal, man. Tech bellwether. Cuts across software, hardware, consulting, IT spend in general. It's not good. Yeah, I'm just starting to do the work on 10X. Excuse me. Still getting over my cold. Yeah. The optics sell-off is definitely interesting. At least I'm just looking at Lumentum. Down a quick 5%, but 5% isn't much in this market for these go-go stocks. Nvidia's trying to recover here, so... Well, advice is specific to each person, man. Yeah, CPO is not ramping. I mean, certainly Momentum has had a huge ramp. Let's look at Coherent next. These charts are crazy. Coherent. $48. You could have had it. It's 10x'd. Nvidia rallying pretty hard here. See if it takes everything with it. Adobe looking like dog poo poo. Of course, I own it. Man, this Alnylam has also been just a shit show. Alnylam's super cheap, in my opinion. Buy a little of that. I don't follow Ciena and Nokia as much as I should. I have some smart friends that are short them. I don't know. I think Photonics is taking over. You like the beatbox? Yeah, Constellation's always been a great company. Yeah, I'd sell. I mean, tax consequences you should never think about for your positions. in my opinion. Just fucking, unless you got like a day left or something, you know, then you should think about it. But outside of that, I mean, Nvidia's rallying. But I still think I'm pretty bearish. Look at SpaceX. Ooh, I like that. SpaceX about to go right back down to the old prices. It's my entry. Creating any bottlenecks? Like which ones? What's a bottleneck? Micron? Hynix? Kioxia, SanDisk? Lam? I haven't looked at Intuitive in a while. Yeah, I'm not sure I would look at it that way, Doctor. But that's just me. Secure the bag. Don't let anything get in the way of maximizing your profit. Taxes will always be there, but to me, it's more of a mind state of. It's also, I mean, IRR is really important. You get a much better IRR closing trade now. If you think you've gotten your gain, just get the fuck out. Or at least sell some calls or something. That SpaceX thing of beauty, huh? Oof. I wouldn't bet against Elon long term. Bet against him for 5 minutes. Yeah, there's nothing to look into. Every IPO has lockups. That's normal. A lot of people stay riding with Elon, you know? You can short it, Ratchet. You could buy puts. There's a lot of things you could do to hedge. Puts are probably the best way to do it. The cheapest way. Okay, you know, there's a bit of a rally here. Nvidia really trying to pick up some steam. Dorkesh, I'm not sure what I have to say. I have that much insight. It's very hard to stay on top of the state of the art in AI or many other fields. It's literally a full-time job. And the people that are the most insightful are in the field. Being on the periphery is not that easy. Yeah, okay. NVIDIA just gapped. Gapped a bit. Odd. Check out godelterminal.com. We are doing a little bit of a fundraising. If you want to email me, martin@dl.software to learn more. A lot of cool things coming out soon. Retail brokerage is really exciting, I think. To me, surprisingly, retail brokerage, people really think UI is a huge bottleneck, which I think is something we can solve. Let me see here. Oh, I'm still using GPT 5.5. I got to go to Sol. The Solar. Luna. Okay, Adobe is actually rallying a little. Tiny bit. Trading Adobe's like pulling teeth. Yeah, Adobe being down 3 on IBM is pretty rough. Does go to show you where corporate spend is going. Probably not to Adobe. NVIDIA's rocket ship, man. And Replimune will be interesting. A lot of people are short. They think FDA is going to say no. Ah. Yeah, we're adding trading. I don't think I'm having any guests on today. Do you want a guest? Anyone specific? What long do I have most conviction in right now? I'm not sure. Alnylam? You want Chelsea on stream? I don't know if she's a little shy. But bud. Okay, bud. Bud. I was talking to him last night. He was so happy. Bud. I love that guy so much. My son is the best. Best trade business flip? A flip? I bought a drug for 3 million once that cash flowed out 500. I think it's still cash flowing. Ah. Yeah, I know Bay Street. We have a nanny. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Let's see.
Got it, Martin. I sent your order to buy 500 shares of Apple at 314.35.co.
All right, Martin. I put in the sell for 500 shares of Apple at $314.46.
Martin, you're filled. We sold 500 shares of Apple at $314.47. Okay, Martin, that order filled. You bought 500 shares of Apple at $314.30.
Zuck is my day trader. Yeah, I could do Alex Jones' voice.
All set, Martin. That order filled, and you sold 500 shares of Apple at $314.54.
Got it, Martin. I sent your order to sell 1,000 shares of Nvidia at 2073 to 63. All right, Martin. I put in the buy for 1,000 shares of NVIDIA at $207.30.
You don't like the whole sentence?
All set, Martin. That order filled, and you sold 1,000 shares of NVIDIA at $207.63.
Just want order filled. I could probably change that. So it's whatever you want. Q's going to 100, you said? How about that? Did I just log in? Pascal going public. Not yet, Kun. I don't, Ken. I really don't like to think about M&A that way. Having been in all these pharma things in the past, it's just too hard to predict. Oh, Okta's up 10%. CrowdStrike, Zscaler. I have a 4090 on this computer and a 5090 on the other one. 4090 at home.
Hey Martin, quick update. I sent buy orders for 500 shares of Apple at 315 spot 02.
When I work from home, because I'm here with my colleagues in the office. Okay, you don't like the trader? Oh man, this congestion. Let's apologize for the sound. It's gnarly, huh?
The oil is flowing like never before. Never before. They've never done it like this. It's a lot of oil, let me tell you. I think you're gonna love it. All the oil.
It's like SpaceX trying to rally or something. No way, right?
Gulf states will invest in the U.S. That's what they're gonna do. They've already been investing hundreds of billions, folks, even trillions. You've never heard of that, trillions. When I was a kid, it was millions. Now it's trillions. It's a lot. Believe me, it's a lot.
I wouldn't say parabolic, but yeah. Nasdaq's picking up a little bit. Parabolic. Talking about parabolic. Bruh. Let's talk about parabolic. And parabolas and shit. Fake X, that's your name? Fake X? Dissing Elon? I believe in Elon and SpaceX long term, but short term, market's a crazy place. Wow, look at Hynix. Up 17%. Micron's up 5%. SanDisk up 5%. Bull market's still on. Adobe rolling over.
We've secured victory in an unprecedented way.
Okay, Hynix out of control. Denali down. Where's Denali down? 15%. Big drop for Denali. Does Amaranth still stream? Red Bull. Sure. You see Red Bull? That was yesterday's. Largest position? Short stuff. I'm short semis, which is a little crazy. I just feel like the contrarian in me needs to come out.
All right, Martin. I put in the buy for 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 88.
All right, Martin. I put in the sell for 500 shares of Apple at 315 spot 00.
Hey, Martin. That order filled. You bought 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 88.
Okay, Martin. Your order to buy 200 shares of Eli Lilly at 1,152 spot 0.0 is working.
All right, Martin. That sell order for 200 shares of Eli Lilly at 1,153 spot 75 is cancelled.
Hey, Martin. Quick update. I sent buy orders for 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 62. I sent sell orders for 200 shares of Eli Lilly at 1,153 spot 75.
Hey Martin, quick update. I sent buy orders for 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 53. You bought 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 60.
Copy's in.
All right, Martin. I put in the buy for 500 shares of Merck at 120 spot 96. Got it, Martin. I sent your order to sell 500 shares of Merck at 121 spot 20.
Martin, you're filled. We bought 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 53.
Got it, Martin. I sent your order to buy 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 25.
Hey Martin, quick update. I sent buy orders for 200 shares of Eli Lilly at 1,153 spot 00. I sent sell orders for 200 shares of Eli Lilly at 1,153 spot 28.
Okay, Martin, quick update. I sent sell orders for 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 53. You bought 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 47 and 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 45.
We sold 500 shares of Merck at 121 spot 21 and 200 shares of Eli Lilly at 1,153 spot 46.
Hey Martin, quick update. I sent buy orders for 500 shares of Apple at 314.
See if I can make that a little smarter. I have Tate. I've got all those guys.
Quick update. I sent a buy order for 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 20. I sent a sell order for 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 55. You bought 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 45. We sold 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 47.
You bought 500 shares of Apple at 314 spot 14.
I don't follow Hyperliquid too closely, but it's pretty cool. Okay, SpaceX really is rallying.
IBM misses earnings by a mile. Market's ripping. Tricky. Hard to fade that. Market's basically telling you, look, IBM is a has-been. It's irrelevant. Don't worry about IBM. They'll mean nothing. Yeah, I think everyone's skeptical of AI in drugs.
Channel checks for the street must be coming back pretty good. Da, 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 da. Don't know Alto. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, the ADR situation with this thing is a little nuts, huh? Torque is good. My homie Torque. My little bud. Love that guy. That's my son. He's just my little dude. OpenAI API key thing is got a little harder to use. It's not great. Like you gotta do all this work to figure out what models each key can use. Test models. And they just changed the interface, which is fantastic. So last time, if you just create a key, it says, no, no, no. Don't work that way. This key, each model is permissioned for each key. Which is like, what? It's like, oh no, that's not, that key doesn't have 5.5 enabled for it. And you're just sitting there like, well, what models are enabled for it? It's like, oh, none. You got to do that one by one. Oh, great. It says permissions all, but I don't think that's what a pain. Ah, here it is. In the limits section, allow or block models. And there's no button for allow all. God forbid. So bad, dude. It's not in alphabetical order. Definitely not. Try to use 5.6 Luna. to leave you guys shortly here, but let me see how this goes. Something must be wrong with the API. Your account is not active. Please check your billing details on our website. Okay. That is news. Not good, not good. Great. All right, guys. I got to go. I'll see you soon. Have a great rest of your day.